Well, if there was a definition of a hard-earned point, Matt, I reckon that was it this afternoon.
Yep, every point in this league is hard-earned, and it certainly was today, wasn't it? I won't say like a dull 0-0, but it's pretty entertaining. Well, probably not one for the purist, but it was hard fought, two battling sides, and they're extremely effective at what they do. There's many ways to win a football match, and they certainly play to their strengths. You know, the long throws, the free kicks, the corners, the balls coming in the box. We had to stand strong and match them on that. And I felt we did superbly today, and you know, we dealt with everything they threw at us. I wanted us to get on the ball a little bit more and switch it a little bit more, get the wingers more onto the ball, but it's very difficult when the ball's bouncing around to be able to have that time to put your foot on it and get it out wide. But overall, a very, very hard-earned point with another pleasing clean sheet.
And the nature of the game was the centre-backs probably on both sides who were the players that took the eye.
Yeah, Louis John, Ben Goodliff, outstanding. A young back five really, but they certainly showed experience today and dealt with the onslaught, and they've certainly meant today. And as 11, you know, it was a very hard-fought, competitive game, and I thought we matched them really well.
Slightly disappointed we didn't create slightly more. The second half didn't really get too much in the way of chances.
Yeah, first half I thought we had a few more than the second half. You know, we've hit the bar early on. David Edgerboy's looked a bit of a threat. Harry Buteman's had a decent chance that he's dragged wide. Tommy Wright had the header from the free kick. Second half, Harry's had a real good chance with Tommy's put him through. David again looked a little bit lively late on. So yeah, we haven't created as much as I'd probably like to at home, and we've been free scoring in the last 4 home games where we scored 15, and today probably not as much. But you know, as much as I'm giving credit to Marcel's about how we've dealt with their threats, I think, you know, you've got to give credit to Solihull about how they've nullified us really, and you know, I think they'll be reasonably pleased with a point on the road as well.
It's not usual to see a side these days. In fact, they did as well. Only one change for an injury from them. No tactical substitutions throughout the game.
Yeah, you know, most of the time you feel you need to or can freshen it up. Just today, I just didn't really feel there was any need to, and I thought Omar was coming back and doing such a defensive job for us from the set pieces.
He won lots, didn't he?
Won lots of their early threat and still looked strong physically at the end. And Tommy always looked at a danger, and Reedy and David. So I didn't really feel there was any real need to change anything there. And I was happy with 11 how they were going, and just hoping that we could maybe nick something at the end. And we had the free kick. We know Louis John bounced down, and thought we was going to nick it 1-0. And
yeah, the threat does come from them, particularly the long throws. Presumably a lot of time in training this week trying to combat.
Yeah, it doesn't matter who you play, because there's so many different formations and styles in this league. But we do respect everybody, and we will respect their strengths and make sure we nullify them. But on the flip side, try and impose ourselves on them. But where last week I felt we really nullified Stockport and created loads of chances and maybe should have won the game, I think today they probably have more chances than us, and they'll probably go away a little bit disappointed that they haven't won. But I still think probably overall draw was a fair result, and we move on to the next game.
And mention the goalkeeper as well. One brilliant save in the second half that just touched that one onto the post.
Yeah,
good one in the first half as well.
Yeah, 2 good saves, tipped that one onto the post. I mean, coming for that late cross there, plucked it above everyone's head. He's been outstanding Tan since he's come to the club. So, no, really pleased. He's kept another clean sheet. That's 2 clean sheets in a row now. 1 defeat in 11 league games. So no, I'm happy with the point, and we move on to Absolute.
Before that, Tuesday night at Leatherhead, similar situation to Hawley in the previous round?
Yeah, none of the lads who started today will be involved in that game. The subs will be. Jason and Mickey will be running the game. I won't be there. I'll be going to watch Absolute Woking in the league game on Tuesday night. Obviously, that's important to get Absolute watched for next Saturday. But it's a competition that I want to win in. We want to progress through to the next round. We want to win every game we're in. And but it does give us a good exercise to get some of the squad players mixed in with some academy lads who look promising through Marvin and Ricky there, to give them some good minutes into a first team match and see how they get on.
And going back to today, it's encouraging, because I suspect earlier in the season that's the sort of game that we probably have lost 1-0.
Yeah,
so getting a draw out of it.
Yeah, maybe. But yeah, sort of repeat myself a bit, Tony. But as a man, the organisation is shaped. We stood strong. We competed. We won the battle with loads of energy. We did look a bit different at the other end, and it's another good point, which keeps our good run going of 1 defeat in 11.
Brilliant. All right, thanks a lot, mate.
Brilliant.